The overview effect, what astronauts experience when they see the Earth from space, often has a profound impact on them. And it often sees them just kind of abandoning the idea of themselves as being independent and separate from humanity to one of really identifying with the common humanity that we all share. So identifying with the one group, the human race. So the question is, if everybody could experience this, would we all feel the same way? Would we all let go of our kind of in-group identities and embrace the whole of humanity? Joseph Campbell, the famous mythologist, had some really interesting ideas about this because he really basically flipped what he initially thought. In 1968, when the first Earthrise picture was taken, Campbell was ecstatic, and he thought this would inevitably lead to a kind of global consciousness, a letting go of our in-group loyalties. But 10 years later, in the late 70s and until the end of his life in 1987, he thought the exact opposite. He thought, actually, rather than bringing us together, this image of the Earth from space, what we now think of as the overview effect, was doing the opposite. It was actually driving us further apart, driving us deeper into our in-group loyalties. In a 1979 interview, Campbell said, "Space age demands that we change our ideas about ourselves, but we want to hold on to them. We cannot hold on to ourselves and our in-groups as we once did, but people reject this demand or they don't want to think about it." Campbell went on to explain this fear. "We are in free fall into a future that is mysterious. It is very fluid, and this is disconcerting to many people." So one of the ideas implied here is that when we identify with an in-group, we basically think the in-group is inherently superior to the out-group, right? That we're kind of inherently better than others. One of the things Campbell is saying is that when we let go of that idea, it's frightening. There's a kind of free fall in that, in that, who am I? What kind of moral universe do I live in if it turns out that I'm not better than other people? So rather than embracing it, what he was saying is that people are going deeper and deeper into these in-group loyalties. There's also this sense that I have to kind of give up all my identities, which Campbell would say is actually not the case. So in other interviews, for example, he said that this image of the Earth from space really meant that we're living in a global village. And what should happen is that people should now be kind of leaving their neighborhoods to explore other neighborhoods and to share ideas. But rather than doing that, he said people were putting up barricades in their neighborhoods to keep other people out. So again, it's this sense that there's a new kind of way of looking at the world that we know to be true because we know from the context of outer space actually that there really, all these other divisions between people don't make sense. But rather than embracing that, we kind of push it down and we go deeper and deeper and deeper into our in-group loyalties. And I myself wonder if the internet isn't doing the same thing to us. Rather than bringing us together, has the internet and social media really driven us deeper and deeper into our in-group loyalties, into our own bubbles, because of this exact same fear, this same fear of letting go of an individual in-group identity and embracing all of humanity. So these are really tough questions, to ask and to answer. But I think it's important that we ask them because it's possible that looking at our divisions from this new perspective might give us new ways of letting go of the divisions, of coming together. So I'd love to know what you think. Feel free to put something in the comment and let's get the discussion started. Thank you.